unfortunately.
All right. Well, let's get this started. Welcome in, everybody. We've been in the waiting room for a while today. Thanks for you guys joining on all the channels, TikTok, YouTube, and everything. Welcome to episode 10 of What's in Your Portfolio. With my name is Sal. It's and My name is Sal, and this is Cody here. We're going to go over
Yes,
what's in our
sir.
portfolios. I'm going to go over my wins, and not only my wins, but my losses. And I have a lot of losses. And shout out to Bray K214. Glad I got that right. Sorry about that. But good
We
morning.
already got a
Welcome
comment.
in.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, welcome in. Good morning to you all. Hope you're having a great Sunday morning. It's another great day to be alive, especially if you were a holder of XRP. You definitely had a great week right now, and you're probably going to have a great bull run too with XRP now that everything has clarity, despite the fact that the SEC can still appeal it. But I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be official or not, but we'll have to see. Overall, I have to say I think the crypto market is up. Overall, we're at 1.22 trillion valuation for the crypto market. Bitcoin's back still in the 30,000s, but just over it. XRP's just shy of 75 cents. You have Ethereum still holding 1900 range. You still have all the coins still holding their gains somewhat. But we expected this pullback as people took profits. I took profits. It's just one of those things that we did that. And I recommend that you guys do take a little bit of profits if you feel comfortable to take profits or anything like that. But let's go over some housekeeping before we really get into it. This is what's in your portfolio. Oh, thank you, Palm11. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate your support. This is what's in your portfolio, episode 10, where I go over what's in my portfolio and we answer any of your guys' questions revolve around, growing your portfolio. Is something a good investment? What coins you guys are thinking about, what stocks you're thinking about, real estate, business questions. That's what we have here. So feel free if you have a question. I know my moderators are not in yet. We are live a little earlier than normal on a Sunday. So bear with us as we kind of try to catch up on your guys' comments as they're coming through. So be patient with us on that.
Oh, and by the way, today makes I'm 3 days away from hitting a month of no nicotine. So I dropped my vaping habit totally, and I'm 22 years old. But I'm almost 30 days off of nicotine. Cold turkey.
Absolutely. And as a shout out to Cody, he's almost a month in, cold turkey, no nicotine. So nicotine free for almost 30 days, 27 days so far. So that's a shout
Yes,
out. And a shout out
sir.
to anyone out there too who's trying to kick a habit. It just takes one day at a time there. And, that's all you got to do. And a shout out to Seek 5555. I knew this was coming, but thanks for your support and coming in. Thoughts on Pulse Chain. We're going to get into that in a second. I'm just going to cover some of my portfolio gains and losses right now. So let me just go over there. I know that there's quite a few. Oops, gotta keep that muted there. Let me go back over here. I know that.
It's so,
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Cody.
I don't know if this is me. Okay, I feel like some people are sending some post chain bots, or some people making hex and post chain accounts trying to send them over here.
Well, we'll have to see. But it's definitely a question. I know everything is pertinent to you guys. And just keep your guys in mind that it is great to have all you guys ask these questions. But Seek 55, we're going to get to that question in just a second. But really appreciate your support. Seek says he is a super bot, so there we go. That's what we want to see. But let's talk about some of my gains, and most importantly, talk about some of my losses. We'll first talk about my loss in. I had to close down my detailing shop. I still have the YouTube channel up if people want to watch it and subscribe to the videos. I might restart it in the future, but that was about an $80,000 loss. Basically pumped about $80,000 into that business and didn't go anywhere. So unfortunately, that's just the way it goes sometimes. It sucks, but you just got to kind of roll with the punches sometimes. That wasn't the only business. There's a couple other businesses that didn't go anywhere. We had to close down. Shout out to you, Logan. Good morning to you, buddy. Glad to have you back in for another day. I hope you're chasing and getting that bag. So I would say total this month, I lost, not counting my investments, but just counting investments into businesses, $305,000 is what I lost so far. And that was a restaurant that I started with someone, an ad company, a marketing company that I started with someone, the detail shop that I lost, and a used car dealership that I was trying to start with someone else. This is all money I fronted, and unfortunately I lost. So that's where we're at right now. Shout out to Saved 85. Thanks for the follow. Glad to have you in here. Good morning to you too, Leon. Hope you're having a wonderful day as well. Definitely go get that, go chase that bag. Shout out to George. There will be XRP with Win. What do you think the range by 2025 can go to? Hey, we'll definitely shout that out. It's definitely a good question. I know there's a lot of degenerate price predictions. I just saw one this morning pop up on my feed about 11 $11.25 by the end of the year. It's like I just don't think that's possible. But hey, shout out to you, George. Glad to have you back in here. One of our great guys. Hopefully you did cash out some profits there, but keep growing that bag, buddy. I know that you're working hard. Uh, but let's just talk about it right now. My crypto portfolio, as you guys know, these are the coins I have in my crypto portfolio, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Atom, Dot, Quant, AdShare, Link, and Litecoin. So I think I got one more spot for one more coin. I don't know which one that will be, but right now my total portfolio sits at 599,000, just shy of 600,000, and we're sitting at about a 3% gain on the week for it. Now, a lot of it was losses in, I think Bitcoin rose a little bit, Ethereum rose like a little bit. Of course, XRP doubled almost, well, at one point during the week it doubled, but lost money on no, I gained money on Atom, gained a little bit on Dot, lost some on Quant, gained a little bit on ads, Link. Well, yeah, and I lost on Litecoin. Okay, so yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at. My stock portfolios, as you guys know, what's in my stock, my individual pick portfolio. Bank of America, NLY, and ORC, which are mortgage security companies. Walmart, Coinbase, Healthcare Association, BlackRock, AT&T Mobility, Apple, Microsoft, and Porch Moving Group. Now, Porch Moving Group is my biggest risk play. It's currently flat right now because we're kind of going back and forth between that $1.38 margin, but that's a risk play move. So I'm probably going to keep putting more into it because I have a long term projection on it. They just acquired a bunch of companies. Microsoft, I might be cashing out half that portfolio, half of that value because I've been holding it for like 13 years. I've made quite a bit of money off of it, made a lot of dividends off of it. Might be time to cash it out since we're coming to the bottom of the recession and then we're going to have a slow uptick. That's just my opinion. I'm going to then take that money and put it into probably Coca-Cola because Coca-Cola tends to run well like Walmart during slow times. BlackRock, it's just I only got like 1% of it, but my total, I'm up 1% on my stocks. That's 25,000. My total uh, personal pick portfolio is at almost about a little over 1.7 million. And then, of course, we got all my businesses. My moving company does well. We're opening up another site in August, and kind of expanding southward. And we're hopefully going to open up another site by the end of the year in Houston, Texas, which would be pretty amazing. So we're chasing that bag over there. And of course, as you guys know, I also have money in Betterment and Wealthfront, which were when I was working in corporate America, leftover 401ks and stuff like that I put into those and Roth IRAs. So that's sitting at about the same 1.7 million for total assets of 4.2 million for crypto and the stocks. And of course, you guys know the 45 doors I had. Didn't even notice Cody dropped out. My 44 doors I finally are going out there. So that puts the total revenue a lot higher now. Now that they finished getting renovated and everything, because I don't like cheap counters for people to rent from. I hate that particle board shit. I hated it when I rented, so I'm not going to put someone else through that just because it saves me money. I'm going to go to long term and have something last.
Yes.
So with that said, that finally went to market. I've been paying the mortgage on that for the last 3 months. So it's finally they're getting filled up, and that's increasing my monthly revenue to 270,000. But like I always said, you guys got to reserve 42,000 for the staff and the taxes and everything, and then there is reservation fee for buying more properties and covering, God forbid, a tornado blows through again and destroys buildings, I'm always setting aside half of the revenue that I earn after the collection costs, and I'm putting that aside every year. And as you can see here, this is on the right side. If you guys are on YouTube, where we're streaming fully, it's you can see this is what I earn per year, put away. That's what I pay out, and this is what I put away every year. Put away into reserves every year. So it's always good to have those. Other than that, like I said, I'm still overall for the year, I'm down, but I expect to be down for like just slowly going downhill as I'm dollar cost averaging in on everything I'm doing. And then, of course, hopefully I made some right picks and I don't suffer a huge loss, but you never know. Because, like I said, just because Microsoft is so big, I could wake up tomorrow and they're declaring bankruptcy and the stock's worth zero. So that's just kind of the risk you take, even with stocks, crypto, or anything. Or I could
Yes.
wake up and there could have been like a really bad storm or tornado and knock down one of my apartment buildings, and now I suffer like a $10 million loss because I got to fix everything, clean up, do all this. So you never know. But that's why I reserve. I don't try to be too risky. I always try to have money and assets in the bank to cover like unknown unknowns kind of deal. Cody, do you want to share anything going on with your family while I try to catch up on your guys' comments here?
Oh yeah. So pretty much what I'm doing is I'm stacking up a lot of ETH. Um, I'm trying to get to 7.7 ETH. That's $15,000 worth. And I say 7.7. Well, that's what
Mhm.
it's worth right now. It could drop. I really think ETH's gonna hit like 1,500 or under. But my goal is at least like 7 to 10 Ethereum before next bull run because I have a lot of quant and I have a lot of Polkadot. I just need some ETH.
Exactly. And there, I think Ethan, I think ETH, Quant, and XRP and XLM, XDC are probably all good coins to run for the next bull run. I also think degenerate trade move would be good to go into the crypto gaming market, because I think play to earn is going to be very popular. Shout out to Jordan. Glad to have you in here. Thanks for your support. Let's talk business. I own two currently. Love to hear what two that you earn. But let's get to Seek 5555 and talk about Pulse Chain and Hex. Actually, believe it or not, it was like uh, 2 years ago. I tried to mine Hex when I first got into crypto, but I got so frustrated with it trying to get it to work that I just gave up on it. So, but and but Pulsechain and PulseX, the whole Hex community. I mean, we're gonna have a video this week on Wednesday all about it. So uh, I won't give away too much of what I've been researching, but I can tell you this: the whole community around it, it's either you hate it or you love it. But at the same time, anyone who hates it has to understand there is a huge community around it, and just that alone will keep the support levels where it wants to be. But I do think that with the bull run, it's going to go very parallel to the bull run. So, like, if everyone's going up, Pulse, Hex, everything's going to go up. I do see a lot of people putting kind of like a side bet on Pulse Chain, Hex, um, uh, on PulseX too. I don't know if the Pulse Chain and PulseX are the same. I do know that a lot of people made a lot of money when they copied all the coins on the Ethereum thing and through that whatever that process was. So I mean, there is money to be made in Hex. I just don't get it because I can't store it on my hard wallet. So I don't like to get things I can't store on my hard wallet.
One thing.
Go ahead, Cody.
Oh, okay. One thing I was gonna ask was how. What are the chances you think that the SEC appeals and tries to take it to court again, like XRP?
Um, if Gary Gensler is in there, he I think he might give up on it. It depends, because there might be someone who's young, hungry for that career, that might appeal it, trying to get a big case win for themselves. But I don't think Gary's going to do anything with it. I think Gensler's going to just he's going to start fading away the rest of this year and the following year. But with that said, I hear a lot of people saying XRP is going to go to. I think the highest I heard was $300 for the end of this year. Uh,
I no, I don't believe
for
that.
by the end of this year, we're probably going to see a buck 50 at the highest. But for the bull run, I'm looking at 550 as my price target because that's where I plan on taking taking profits. I also I have a really reserved price for XRP, and that's because I'm viewing XRP as a currency, not really at not like Bitcoin. I'm seeing it as a currency where it's going to have a value, but it's going to have a hard way to stay steady. It's going to have an easy way to stay steady. I'm sorry, it's going to have a hard way to get those significant gains. Now, George, where I see $12 to $15, I see $12 to $15 probably around the second boom, probably in another 5 or 6 years, maybe towards 2030. But I'm having a very conservative price estimate on there. But you never know. It only takes market sentiment and retail investors to make anything pump. I mean, look what they did to GameStop and AMC during the pandemic. It's just one of those things. There's a way to predict it, and I like to do it conservatively, but 12 to $15 isn't impossible. I just see it as highly unlikely by the end of 2025. I see 550 by the end of 2025, which would be nice. Maybe even 750. That'd be a 10x from where we are now. I could see that, but it'd be hard to see 12 to 15. Not right now. Maybe I think maybe 20 will be a possibility. $20 between 2030 and 2035, and that's where I would go. Um,
Yes, XRP could be like a retirement account if that's so, because it's got clarity. Yes,
mhm.
somebody could try to, who's hungry enough, like you said, could try to appeal and try to take it to Supreme Court, but I doubt it. You know.
Uh, Shout out to all you guys. I do see here Eric Jordan 906. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Shout out to Crypto Dream. Welcome back in here, buddy. Glad to have you in here. He's also got a good channel over on YouTube as well. You should like and follow him and subscribe to him too. He's one of our great moderators as well. So thank you for all your support. Um, Thanks, Divergence. Glad to have you in here. Why did you sell most of your Bitcoin at 22K? Um, I didn't really sell any Bitcoin. I just been slowly stacking it. My Bitcoin has been sitting pretty hard. It's been hard to accumulate it, but I just been slowly accumulating Bitcoin when I see dips. I wish we could see another 22 because I'd keep buying more and more of it at that range. Um, Shout out to Seek 5555. I know you're commenting in there hard. Really appreciate your support there. I don't know what movie stakes in August 4th and 5th. I don't know what movie you're talking about there, but hey, look forward to it. Um, I see saying here the SEC tried already, Hexes 3 times audited. So I didn't know that the SEC even was paying attention to Hex there. You might want to enlighten us on that one there a little bit. Uh, Shout out to Divergence again. Ain't no way XRP market cap gonna surpass gold or Apple. That's the thing. Anything's possible
They
because if
did say that about Bitcoin.
yeah, but here's the thing: if you're gonna have a market, like a
A
crypto
market
market
cap
of
of 10,
20
12
million
trillion.
or 20 trillion or more, someone's got to eventually be worth more than Apple or gold. Anything's possible. But
It's
that's when, like, I remember when Coca Cola was the first to be the first $1 trillion valuation company, and they said it was impossible for any company to be worth have a valuation of $1 trillion. And then Coca Cola did it, then Apple, then a bunch of other companies came along. So it's just one of those things that you it's eventually going to break away from that market cap valuation to just being a valuation based on what people see value in.
yeah, and XRP has been in top 10 for 3.5 years. It's been there for a while. And when you're number four currency on the crypto market cap, and the crypto market cap as a whole is worth 10 to 12 trillion dollars,
Mhm.
XRP's market cap could easily hit 4 to 500 billion. And that's not financial advice. But when it's number four, 4 to 500 billion market cap would mean it would be at a valuation of about $5 or $6. This
Yeah.
isn't talking about 100 or
Mhm.
I'm talking about $5 or $6. That is just like, I don't know the percentage. Don't quote me on this, but that's slightly, just a slight pump above the all-time high. That's not even like a 2x. Well, it's approaching a 2x, $5 6 from all-time
Yeah.
high. So if
Yep.
you bought it all-time high, you'd be like even double from that.
Yeah. And especially if you've been dollar cost averaging over 2022, because I don't think we'll see those prices again, ever again in the crypto community, unless a few mega meltdowns happen. Shout out to C 5555. Hex is the only thing that monetizes time properly. No third party counter risk. No admin keys. Hex, Pulse Chain, PulseX, Hydron will melt faces. I could see it doing well
Too
during the,
much hex talk. Too much
but
hex.
like I said, we'll have to see where it's going. I do want to have a great live this Wednesday evening to kind of really go over that. We can kind of go our both our Cody and I can go over both our sides, and all you guys can go. Shout out to Crypto Dream. I'm going to raise it up to 50, but I want to give others a chance to help that goal. Hey, no problem. We appreciate that, and thank you guys for all the support. We're at like getting close to 5 likes, so really appreciate that, guys. Shout out to CK5 really commenting here about Hex. SEC already knows Hex is like Bitcoin, but proof of work change Hex it a better BTC. Yeah, so the SEC letters out to Hex guru content creators, nothing burger, nothing filed. Passes a highly test. Talk to some Hexicans too. Don't just talk about Hex without the community educating you. Like I said, I can only see it from a trader
Sounds
and
like a
someone
cult.
who has been in securities and can take it from that viewpoint. Like I said, you can earn money wherever you can, just as long as you understand the risk. But in order for us to have a proper conversation about Hex, we have to have Hex on
No
both sides.
cults, no cult like behavior. Because as much as I love XRP and Quant, even I am, even I see flaws in all of this shit. To be honest with you, so I'm not in any type of echo chamber. I just have different coins in my portfolio, but I just see the Hexagon community as cult like, just because. And you can say, that sounds classical of a hex hater, but oh well. I mean, anybody who has a good IQ and can do the research, I would understand that Hex is just a. We talk about this every stream, but it's just goofy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This is just my opinion. I'm not trying to be hostile. I'm not trying to be uncivil. I'm just saying my opinion, like how it is. Like, I just think it's a joke.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're gonna talk to you guys on it. Seek 55. It will be this Wednesday, at 6 p.m. So definitely reach out to like and follow us. That way you know when it comes out, and uh, that way you can come in, join in. You can also join in live too. And just to let you guys know, I just dropped that live link on YouTube and Twitch. So if you guys want to hop on live, give some of your thoughts, definitely you can join. You can go into the bio here and go to the YouTube link, and then you can hop on live, and I'll join you in. So, but thank you guys, and thank Seek 5555 for the follow. Really appreciate it. Um, so yeah, I just really opened up the stream. There really isn't too much more to talk about. We just had a lot of craziness. We're gonna have a lot of cool down, but we're probably gonna have another ramp up as people start wanting a dollar. Retail investors wanting a dollar cost average in again and keep going. So if you want to join, I got a little bit of time for some quick questions before I got to head out of here and head to Little Rock. I got about a 3-hour drive ahead of me. Oops. Shout out to Angel. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Um, Let me get back over here. I saw someone's comment. There you go. Shout out to Dion Allen. Thanks for the comment. Glad to have you on the stream. Can you give your thoughts on H bar? I think H bar, to me, H bar is a good side bet if you don't want to go heavy into XRP and you want to hedge against it, along with XLM. H bar's got a lot of work they've been working on. They've been slowly building up their what they're doing and the things that they're looking into. I know that Crypto Mason, another good YouTuber, has so shout out to him. He talks a lot about H bar. I'm definitely thinking about making that my 10th coin that I'm going to really go heavy in. I know a lot of people that talk to me about their portfolios are really heavily into that. Um, Shout out to Eric Jordan. If you have $25, what do I buy? Well, that's up to you. I'd probably start buying DOT because it's right now. If you dollar cost average $25 a week in the DOT, you'll probably make a good.
Yes, I love Polkadot. I got my Polkadot NFT on my profile pic right now. It's the decoded hybrid NFT that I got from watching
Mhm.
Decoded.
Yeah, exactly. Um, so if you guys want to join, the link for joining is in the chat on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. You can definitely join in, give your thoughts. We really appreciate if you want to hop on live. We'll try to give you a few minutes there to talk our opinions, and we can go in there. But Dion Allen, I hope that answers for you. I do think H bar is a good buy, especially right now since it's in the 5 cent range. To it's very good to have to balance out your portfolio, and it has the run up potential. So you could get a 20x on the bull run better on H bar than you could on XRP or like Ethereum or anything else like that. But I still say keep staples like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Quant's another good one to keep having things like
Oh,
that.
I have. Oh, I have. I love Quant. It is. I love them, man. Like, I recommend Quant to a lot of people. It's not financial advice. I'm not saying you'll make huge gains, but the fact that Quant has services for businesses that businesses can
Mm-hmm.
actually use. I think there's one package for like 52 Quant that you could buy, and I have exactly that much. So I mean, if I wanted to, I can use my all my Quant to basically use that shit for my business if I wanted to, if I had a
Exactly.
business.
Exactly. And let me guys know if you guys want to join live on TikTok. Send a message. I will send you an invite to join live. Um, let's see here. There's another. Did I miss any comments? Shout out to Seek55. Hex alone will retire me this bull run. Hex is the best financial product known to man. Have to look
Okay,
past the cool
now, okay.
vibes. There are cool Hexans. Take care of the best. Uh, thank you,
What?
Seek. I look forward to seeing you on that live stream on Wednesday evening with the
I'm not gonna lie.
with what we're going to go over on Hex and everything. So we definitely will be going doing that, and we really appreciate you joining in with us on that. And hey, glad to have you in on this weekend. There's definitely glad to see what you're going on there. Uh, Shout out to Simple Man. Glad to have you in here. Why does Quant need a coin if it's over ledger? And shout out to user 1026. Thanks for the follow. Really glad to have your support. The coin is supposed to be the cost of registering licensing fees and tokenized real world assets onto the chain. As far as what I understand, Cody does actually a lot more research on it. I don't know, Cody, do you think you can answer that question for Simple Man? Why does Quant need coin if over
Yes,
ledger?
for Overledger, pretty much what Quant does is it's fast and secure for that. So they use the Quant token for that, and it's for licensing fees on their distributed ledger technology. Quant is not a blockchain, even though it's an ERC20 and it's on your Ethereum address. It's Overledger itself is not a blockchain; it's a DLT. But the quant token, pretty much, it's in the ecosystem, so it's fast and secure, and it covers the licensing fees, meaning that you don't have to use your current whatever country dollar you're in, if that makes sense, your currency, your local
Mhm.
currency. You don't have to use that, and you can just use quant, buy the quant on the exchange, and from there you can easily buy the financial services on there. I think the cheapest one is at like 50 something quant.
Exactly. So shout out to user 2519. Glad to have you here. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. So shout out to you guys, and hey, let us know if you have any portfolio questions, or we'll try to give you guys a quick shout out. Usually, I'm not usually this busy on Sundays, but it's getting pretty busy for me because I have to go out, do sales, go down to Little Rock site, take care of things there. I'm opening up another site for the moving company out in Oklahoma, so now it's just going to be crazy because I got to get a lot of leases signed, paperwork signed, all that stuff. Shout out to user 2519. Thanks for the support in the comment. What do you think about ICP? To be honest, I haven't heard you put it in there because there are a lot of coins. But let's take a look at ICP. I'm hoping I got that right. Internet computer. If that's, I'm hoping that's the right one. Cody, have you heard anything about this? While I pull it up here.
ICP, yes. ICP is a classic from last bull run, and I don't mean that in a good way. I mean, most people that was around last bull run saw the downfall of ICP. I don't like how it's operated. Me personally, if you see that you can make some bang for your buck on ICP, go for it. But I think it's terrible in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I haven't heard of it, but it looking at the chart, it doesn't look like it's very favorable. But reading what it is, I like the concept. I like a lot of things about Web3. There is a lot more work going into Web3, so it's just definitely something we could pay attention to, just to keep our eyes on it. I'll put it on my watch list on a coin market cap, just so that we can stay up on tabs on it. Hey, I might as well make a do a. I was thinking about a coin to do for the next video for crypto pick episode 3. So this one might be it. Shout out to see. I would go live right now, but my live's been suspended. But I will be live soon. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. But we hope to see you soon. Hopefully, it gets cleared up by Wednesday, so we can have you in. But you can also join us live on YouTube if you'd like, and join in through the link there. Shout out to Eric Jordan. I'm in Oklahoma, Tulsa. Tap in. Up. Yep, I have a site in Tulsa, so that is definitely one of the places we've been growing into.
I will say, I don't mean this to be rude to anybody, but on the Hex and Pulse chain stream, I don't want to be a part of that one just because, I understand, what's going to be said. And this is just my opinion. I just don't want to be a part of that stream. Like you and somebody else could debate it or do more research on Hex on stream. I just don't want to be on that stream.
Okay, well, I'll definitely be there. We'll definitely do that, and we'll go on there. Shout out to Terry JB 1968. Thanks for the follow. Really, really appreciate that. Uh, and Terry also wants to know thoughts on Quant. We've been holding Quant for a long time. I've been dollar cost averaging in and out since it was basically at 250, but I see these prices as like a bargain deal right now. And my thing is like if Bitcoin's crypto gold and Ethereum's crypto silver, then Quant's crypto platinum, and is definitely going to have a lot of value and worth down the road for you. Um, don't I don't see it disappearing. I know a lot of people are a little skeptical on it because they are working with CBDCs, which is kind of a big no-no for the crypto industry. And I really don't like CBDCs because there's a lot of negative approach that could be used to hurt people on them. But I see why we would be wanting to go to that one, but there is a negative value of that. And however, the reason why I'm invested in quant is because JP Morgan, the guy that runs the Rothschilds investments, is investing in there, as well as a few other big players and big banks are involved in it. It's working with central banks, XRP, so it's going to be around and it's going to increase in value. And it's already hard for exchanges to have quant on their books just for people to buy instantly. So the value itself is going to go up. Once people see that there's not enough quant to go around, the value is going to skyrocket. Cody, what are some of your thoughts on quant?
And quant just has use cases in the actual like traditional financial markets. The quant token itself has a lot more use cases than a lot of these tokens, thousands of tokens out there that just sit, you know. Quant is actually the overledger itself actually helps enterprises and institutions, and the fact that its use case is focused on that, it just means that it's going to thrive, as well as the XRP clarity. Yeah, they partially lost. XRP partially lost. You know, XRP has flaws. XRP is not the greatest asset known to Earth, like Seek is saying about Hex, which I think is batshit crazy. But you have to understand that I don't even think quant is the best asset on Earth. None of these cryptos, even Bitcoin, is not the best asset on Earth. Like to say that about a crypto is crazy. But
Yeah,
quant is actually focused on enterprise grade solutions and the money flow and tokenizing assets. And when you're actually going for that, and you have somebody that has 20 years of experience of MIT in cybersecurity, I mean, why would you think it would fail? I mean, nothing's too big to fail. Everything has flaws, but you have to understand like the underlying of it.
exactly. Exactly. And shout out to, I know that I saw a comment here. Shout out to user 2519. Um, we actually, if you want to go to YouTube, look back at our replays, we actually did a pretty deep dive stream on quant there that can answer a lot of questions that you have there. But I know we are starting to run out of time. Let me get to all these other comments first here. Shout out to Seek. Um, Shout out to Seek Scared. Scared to you, Cody. Not just playing, bro. That's cool. No hard feelings. No hard feelings. I'm used to it. No
I don't
worries.
want to be on that
He
stream
just
with
wants
you,
to have
bro.
a nice conversation, and I'll try my best to see if we coax Cody to at least watch it while we come in, and maybe he could pop in and out if he feels like it. But it's up to you. No, I'm not trying to force anyone, but we're just gonna have a nice conversation about Hex and the Hex space.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. I just don't want to be a part of it because I have my hardcore beliefs on Hex. I understand, that it's shady, and it's not just me hating on it. It's not, oh well, I'm negative. I have an open mind towards a lot of things, but what I've seen from it in the community and just how it is, it's bad taste, bad smell. It's like diarrhea that I could smell from 50 miles away.
And shout out to Schultz. Thanks for the follow. Glad to have you in here. Um, so Sika, we'll definitely have that. I'll have to message you when I'm off the streams. And we could talk about what you want to talk about. And we kind of keep it in a nice fluid fashion so we can get keep it in one direction. But I want equal amount of people who are hexagons. I want an equal amount of people who are um, I guess hex haters, H and Hers. I want equal amount of those, so that way we can get a good debate going. And hopefully I'll be there to be able to moderate it as
I'll
best I
be in the
can.
I'll be in the chat and I'll think about it, but and being on the stream, but just know that you can't sway me anywhere. I'm pretty much sold on my beliefs on Hex because, I mean, it is what it is. It's a bit connect that's been going on for a few years, and he says it has SEC attention. I don't see any of that. If anything, it's to the SEC's attention to go after it because eventually it's like a house of cards. It's like Tether. Hex is kind of like Tether in the regards of it's like a house of cards. that is going to
Mhm.
crumble. And when Tether crumbles, the whole market will crumble. Trust me. It's not I'm not just talking about Hex. Bitcoin will crumble too. XRP, Ethereum, the whole freaking market will crumble. But just know Hex is still the house of cards like Tether, and you can't sway me anywhere else.
Mhm. And like there's a lot of tokens. Like I can tell you right now, I probably have as much hate for these tokens as some people have for Hex, and that's like Parma token, Pyro token, Volt Inu. There's a couple others that like a lot of influencers were shilling that I knew were direct scams, and people just my goodness, like I couldn't get enough of. I could not speak enough against it, and it just happened. But shout out to Live and Learn. I know many people who say they don't like Hex, yet they invest in it and make money. And the shout out to Live and Learn.
I've
That's true.
never touched
You can hate
Hex.
something and make money and still make money off of it. I mean, when it comes to making money, you got to leave emotions aside and say, if I can make money and get out, then make money and get out in. Shout out to Terry, JB. Everyone has their opinions, right? Lots of people are skeptical about Soul. I am a little bit too after I found out that like Alameda Research was kind of pumping Soul during the bull run. So I'm a little skeptical now on it, and it's like the phone was supposed to launch, didn't launch. I'm not hearing a lot of stuff about it. The only good news about Soul I've heard is it hasn't crashed, but we're going to knock on wood there, make sure that I don't want to speak anything to it into existence.
I don't like Solana either. I really don't. I think Solana's like the VC coin as well. I don't like Solana. And you can make money on Solana too. But it's Hex's performance, like the way I see it, like we'd have to be in a super bull run for you to make some money on it. Even then, as more people get on the bull market, the only Hex is just preying on the new people coming into the bull market. And yes, the Hexicans will make money off that, but that's pretty much all it is. Like
Yeah,
it's just preying on new people who see Richard Hart and they're like, "Oh my God, crypto's booming," and then they have these huge emotions of greed, and they're like, "Oh, Richard Hart's talking," and then Hex, and then they're like, "Oh, let's all get into Hex," and then the Hexicans pretty much are like, "Oh, we're gonna dump on them." I mean, that's crypto as a general, but
and yeah.
Hex performs differently when it comes to how the project is. It's a the way the distribution and the staking is and everything. It's terrible.
Shout out to Dave 6043. Thanks for the follow. Um, so we'll have to we'll have to see because like I said, as far as the bull run, like, well, let's just lay this out right now. Any financial performance you make is based on someone else losing, and the same thing with business. Any business you make, the more you win, more people lose, and that's just the nature. Excuse me. That's just the nature of the economy and the game. So, like I said, like Hex does have a huge potential to run up during the bull run, just off the numbers, just because. And just like I said, investors will see it, get FOMO, invest in. That would be the time to invest out. And of course, people be calling it a scam, but I know a lot of people call it a scam when you lose. And trust me, in the '90s, when I was getting graduating college, late '90s and everything, a lot of people were saying the stock market was a scam. And when people lose money in anything, they start to say it's a scam. When they make money in something, they say they're the smartest person ever. So
I
you just
never
keep that in mind with a
I
lot of people.
never touched Hex to lose money on it though. I just don't like it because of my
So
research.
but we're all gonna have our dissenting opinions. I'm definitely sure I know I have a lot of haters out there for sure. Even just when I buy a property, I feel like there are haters out there. Shout out to Terry JB. Uh, about 95% of the projects on crypto are scam tokens or just coins that never went anywhere. Let's see here. I'm just trying to shout out to C5555. Big Connect is not the same. Well, Big Connect
I
was
said that. I
Ponzi
said
scheme.
that.
That
I
that
was
was
talking about in regards of a Ponzi scheme, not in regards of technicality of what they do.
So that one was a Ponzi scheme, just like there was another one with that lady. Um, she actually just popped up, but she ran one of the biggest crypto Ponzi schemes. Now she's back up again. So we'll have to see. Shout out to Apple user 9455. Glad to have you in here. Thanks for the support. Saying Hex is probably the best crypto. Uh, I don't think it's going to be the best because obviously Bitcoin technically is the best because it's the
But one of
most
them,
centralized.
Zeke said that it was the best asset known to mankind, and that's cult-like behavior. Because it's one thing to say it's a good crypto, you know. I'll give you that. It's one I don't think so at all. But if you say that, whatever. But when you're talking about a bunch of people are talking about it's the best known asset to mankind, and it hasn't done shit. And when a bunch of people are saying that, that's cult-like behavior, saying that it's that best asset. Because I see a lot of Bitcoin people who don't even say that Bitcoin is the best asset known to mankind. There's a lot of Bitcoin holders that do, but I'm not one of those people. Even Bitcoin, in my opinion, has the most value when it comes to store value. But I'm not going to sit there and say it's the best asset known to mankind.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah, and but it's it's it is what I wouldn't say it's the best asset to mankind either. I would say real estate is probably the best asset because people are always going to
Facts.
need land to live on. People always need a house. People are always going to need
Facts.
something. Shout out to user 2519. XLM is very nice. I like XLM as a side bet to XRP. So I definitely say if you got XRP, do a 2 to 1 hedge ratio, so that way you can hedge your investment in XRP with XLM, but they'll both probably go up together like they did with the XRP news. Now the XRP case basically gave clarity to the crypto world indirectly because all you have to do now, if the coin's like XRP, then it's going to have clarity. If it's not, then you know that they're going to label it as security. So like just keep that. Let's just keep that in the best. Keep that in mind. C55 said the best financial product. Um, well, it's hard. That's a hard
That's what
thing
I
to say.
meant. It's not. That's what
You
I was
know?
talking about. And finance too. Best asset known to mankind. An asset
I
is in
mean,
the financial world.
technically, the Vanguard ETF is the best asset, is the best financial asset because it's been the best performer over 40 years.
Yes, that's what
Um,
I'm saying. No
but
crypto is the best.
it's no trying to think is crypto is like it's still an infant stage. You gotta remember like the Vanguard ETF came out after 300 years of existence for the stock market. So crypto kind of did the first 300 years of the stock market world in 10 years.
Yep.
So it's going to catch up to where it is like volume wise in years. So we have a market that shot up in 20 years to where it is. So with that being said, we really don't know where anything is going to go. Who the hell knows how this market's going to go? Because like I said, like Dogecoin is kept alive just because people want to keep it alive. And even if Hex does absolutely nothing, there will be people that just want to keep it alive. So, but with that being said, I want to save a lot of that talk about Hex for that live stream, and
Yeah.
we want to talk about portfolios and
No
helping
more
get
flooding on
involved
that.
in those and things like that. But if you do want to join in live, you can definitely just send a text and we can hop on together. We can share our thoughts. But we got a few more minutes left of the stream before I got to start heading out there. I do want to say though, thank you guys for all your support. If you guys have subscribed on to us on TikTok or you signed up for the Patreon, I do want to say, guys, I'll be giving you guys free merch because you guys we definitely thank you for that support. Shout out to user 2519. What is your thoughts on Constellation? Yeah, let me just pull that one up here for you. Um, remember looking into it when I first got into crypto, but I haven't looked at it since. It seems like if you just want to go from a trade standpoint, it's one of those ones that it's at a low enough valuation right now that you could make a good bag on it. Because with bull run, it seems like from my research on every bull run, no matter what you invest in, it always makes money. But you know, you also don't know where projects go and what's going on. But it's been like this one seems to have been around for a while. I know they're doing they have something that they're trying to accomplish. I haven't really read up on it. It might be another good one I could put aside to do a research on. Shout out to user 2519 works will the Dodd works with the Department of Defense. Okay, that that makes sense. If they're working with the Department of Defense, and it's either they got to be working in information technologies or they're working on um, AI and defense technologies, but it looks like it's really looking about information technologies, and that is something that can have significant values. Um, I would say definitely put it in your watch list. I'm gonna, you know, out there, buddy. I'm gonna do a deep dive on it as well. So I'm gonna set this on my follow and my watch list because I really don't know enough about it to really give an answer. My only answer is that when it comes to the bull run, it probably will rise up just because it has some value. Shout out to user 2519. It's a layer zero coin that definitely helps, but I'll do a deep dive on that and uh put that onto Patreon first, of course, and then a week later it'll go live on YouTube. Uh, Shout out to Schult. I'll be looking forward to seeing more. Thanks for your input. Hey, we're glad to have you in on the stream. Thank you for your support. Uh, don't really have much else to say other than if you guys want to help support the channel, we're trying to get to 3,000 followers on TikTok. If you guys just keep liking and sharing us and keep following us on the streams. We're also trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you can go into the bio and go over to our YouTube channel, Simply Investing 6638, and subscribe there, really appreciate it. And if you guys want to go a little bit extra, support the Patreon, you definitely can go into the link is in the bio on TikTok or in the description on YouTube. You can go there, support the Patreon. You get free merch and anytime I launch because I want to come out with a shirt. Someone made a good thing with shirts. I think it was Wally Newberg. He made a good saying on a shirt that I'm going to put on there. I also want to get some mugs and stuff like that out, glasses, things like that, things that people like. And also thinking about maybe just getting like a laptop cover because I know I use my laptop for everything, my business and everything. So I maybe trying to think about coming up with that. I actually got a local guy that does engraving so for my products for my businesses. So I think I'm gonna try to do that with him and maybe come up with a list there. Shout out to user 2519. I do have a Discord. It's access only to Patreons. So that's part of the deal you get with joining the Patreon. You can message me there. I can chat with you personally on there. I can go over any questions you have. I don't do the portfolio analysis anymore because I just don't have time for it. But I can help you out with a little bit of your portfolio knowledge, trading details. You can really ask me anything on there. I try to respond. You also will get access first dibs on all videos. They'll premiere there first before they go live on YouTube. You're also going to get to, because we're getting close to that season, I'm doing 5 interviews. I brought it down to 5 interviews I'm going to do with successful people in real estate business, investing, things like that. And those videos will only be on Patreon, and the first one will be going live at the end of August. So just keep that in mind. So if you do want to join the Discord, that Discord is open to everybody, and you don't get kicked out if you want to just pay for 1 month and then stop. You're more than welcome to do whatever you want. The community though is there to help people ask questions, join in, ask other people's questions, kind of get like a brain trust going of helping people grow and develop. And definitely because I know that you might have a question 10 hours from now, but you'll forget it on the next live. So there's a great place to send those questions. You can also like and follow us on Facebook. under Simply Investing 2015 and direct message us there any questions that you have on there. But I don't have any more final thoughts. I'm hoping that I can keep growing and getting this getting my crypto portfolio up to a seven figures. It's just one of those things. It takes time, and it's one of my lowest bags that I'm trying to fill, but I don't. But everything else kind of there's always good deals in the other things I'm investing in, like real estate and stocks. So I just got to keep putting more money into those because those are growing and really paying for my crypto portfolio, kind of. Cody, do you have any final thoughts before we kind of head out of here?
Yeah, I like what Polkadot's doing with Kilt. This is totally random and on a different topic, but I really like the fact that we have a digital asset that focuses on identity and having that on the blockchain as well. Because that's crazy that Deloitte, which is a big institution, is actually focused on digital identity on Polkadot as well. And Polkadot's going to be a big player next bull run because I remember last year in 2022, it actually underperformed. Polkadot actually did terribly.
Hmm.
But after some reason, after Decoded and, after the SEC and Decoded, it actually has been going up. It's actually been maintaining this. Granted, it could go to $2.50 if Bitcoin goes to like 20K or 15K, but as of right now and as of recently, like Polkadot's actually kind of came back in terms of volume and price activity from 2022.
Hmm.
But then it's always maintained this $100 million volume area, 80 to 100, and it's always had more volume than Atom. And Atom's, it's a good project. IBC is good, but me personally, I prefer Polkadot over Cosmos, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see on that. Shout out to Scott. Thanks for the follow. Glad to have your support. Shout out to user 2519. What do you think about Palantir? That's
Oh,
also.
Palantir's a good one.
Oh, you go ahead and take that because I haven't really looked into that one.
I remember Palantir in 2021, and I watched that one, and it has some promising things to it. It's another tech stock. It could do well in the next 5 years. It could be another Nvidia. That's the risk you take. But if you're feeling risky on a tech stock, like go for Palantir, in my opinion. I don't. I've heard mixed things about Palantir. I've heard some negatives about it, but overall, if you feel risky, I think you can make a bag on it in the next few years.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Um, it definitely if you want to take a look at that stock, like I haven't really heard of it. Shout out to D9. APLIF is a potential 30x. Well, I have to look into that. There's a lot that I have to look into because I don't pay attention to all. I usually just pay attention to just the blue chip cryptos, and I really haven't even dabbled into the more risky ones yet. But with that said, guys, I think we're gonna call it a day. I got to really get going, hit the road because I got to leave now if I'm going to make it in time to my 12 o'clock appointment in Little Rock. So, but thank you guys. Thank you guys for all your support. It's been a fun live stream. Um, that makes sense. Their tech found user 2519. Their tech found Bin Laden. Okay, well then it's definitely something we need to take a little deeper dive into. Uh, I'll put that one as my first crypto as the first episode for the crypto for the stock pick. I'm sorry for the stock pick episodes. But thank you guys for joining in. Really appreciate everything that you guys have done are doing for us. As you know, we do have fun just doing these live streams. I know that I have fun. I just like talking about investments and what's going on in the investment world, and I like sharing some of my wins and losses. As you guys know, like today, you guys found out I lost 305,000 on on investments in the businesses, which it sucks, it hurts, but I'm in a position where it's not going to hurt me as much. So just keep that in mind with some of my losses. They're terrible, yes, but they are what they are. I made the decision. I made it going in. I made an educated decision on my investments. And if I lose money, I lose money. If I gain
Exactly.
money, I win money. That's just how I look at it. And
That's how I view investing too.
that's what I just try to keep. I try to keep my head level headed I try to keep myself in a non-emotional stance towards my money.
Yes,
That way,
sir.
if I lose it, I'm not gonna be hurt by it. But if I win, then you do. Yep. Just shout out to you nine. You win some, you lose some, and it's just the way it goes. Shout out to user 2519. I lost $350,000 in shutting down my detail shop, a restaurant that I started with someone else that didn't really go very well. Another marketing company that didn't go very well, and then another a used car lot. I basically now got stuck with I got 20 used cars I got to get rid of now from that, which is such as not only did I lose money, I got to deal with the cleanup of these companies. So it's just what it is, you know. I'll probably have to spend a lawyer, my liquidation lawyer. Yeah, user 2519. I can write all that off at the end of the year, so it does mitigate some of it. But it just sucks that it's more time and energy than I wanted to spend on it on closing out these. But now I gotta spend my liquidation lawyer, which I hardly use her, but she's very good at doing what she does. Cleans up the companies fully, shuts them down, and everything. That's another $50,000 out of pocket for those businesses to get them all shut down and completely taken care of, and have my accountant get everything wrapped up and closed out for me, and have it prepped and ready for my taxes. Shout out to Tony. Why don't you put those cars in the dealership or prove everyone yo sales with the kill switch? Yeah, we could. Shout out to brand 053. How old are you? I am going to be 40 in about 4 months. Was it? It's July, August, September, October. Yeah, 4 months. 4 months, I'll be 40. I was born in the 80s and grew up in the 80s. So I was already getting into middle school by the time the 90s were getting underway. Uh, shout out to Tony. There's actually places up here in Illinois that do that. It's a 500 down, everyone approved. Yeah, they do that down here in Arkansas too. But they take a lot more than $500 now. They like take like 2 or 3 thousand now. But I get what you're saying. It says it's right now. I would have to be running it, and I can't run it with my main business being moving, which is just growing phenomenally. So that was just kind of a side bet that someone had more experience in the car industry than I did, but they weren't very I learned very quickly that they were not very good at business. So yeah, but that's definitely a good idea, Tony. That's definitely a very good idea. Um so I do see quite a few people being successful with that market. I'm gonna have to call it. I gotta call my logistics manager. He's been blowing up my phone. So, but thank you guys. If you got any more questions, just DM me uh, on Facebook. I think you can message me on TikTok too directly if you guys wanted to too. I'll try my best to answer everybody when they come in. So, but thank you guys. Thank you for your support. And Crypto Dream, I'm definitely you're gonna be one of the first people to get those shirts when they come in. So once they come in, I'll message you about getting that address from you. Uh, with that said, guys, always respect the process. Don't invest more than what you're comfortable losing. Never invest your life savings. It's always a bad idea. And don't invest more than you're willing to lose. And always do your research. Never invest in something you don't fully understand. And just not the company or the asset that you're investing in, but understanding the risks as well. And always, as always, get yourself a financial advisor. Even myself, and I have a Series 7 as a former trader. Always get yourself a financial advisor. They can help steer you in the right direction and answer any pertinent questions for future financial growth, especially how to set you up for success where you can invest in all the assets that you want and be able to retire at the age that you want. So, with that being said, guys, thank you. Glad to have you guys in here. Really appreciate everything that you guys are doing. I will hope that you guys are chasing that bag out there. I got to get going. So thank you guys. I will check you guys later. It's been fun. It's been a fun Sunday. I haven't had my cup of coffee yet, so I gotta go have that.
Oh shoot, you gotta have that.
Yeah, I gotta
I think
have
that's
that
in
now.
mine.
I'm like, if I don't have my coffee, I get headaches. So
No,
thank
I
you guys.
understand that.
Exactly. Cody knows the feeling.
I
I hope
know.
you guys know too. But thank you guys. I'm going to have to hit the road. Talk to you guys later.
All right.